Hi, and welcome to Old School Blues Guitar. It is time for the classic solo lesson for the months of April through June 2018. And recently I was given a whole bunch of early B.B. King CDs. His stuff really before about 1965, 66, really early stuff. And I've been listening to this and really enjoying it. So several of my lessons this time around have to do with material that I've picked up from the songs on those CDs, including the solo. This is from a B.B. King tune called Bad Case of Love. It's one of my favorite solos. It's in the key of B flat, so we're going to be playing over the first position, B flat bar chord. I've added a little bit of distortion to my guitar here. It might be a little loud, but to get the B.B. King, early B.B. King sound, you got to have a little nasty in there. So anyway, what I'm going to do, instead of playing the whole solo through, you listen to the solo, B.B. King's Bad Case of Love, and then I'm going to take you through each part of it. First part is this little vamp over the B flat, and it goes like this. Something very close to that. And what we're doing is, there's my first position B flat bar chord, and I'm starting on the second string, 6th to 8th frets. And then I'm going to the 6th fret of the first string, which is a B flat. And then I'm going right to the 9th fret of the second string. So it goes like this. This is one where you want to check the tab instead of me going through and telling you every single note that's played. So he's just playing around basically on these 4 notes, 6 and 9 on the first string, 6 and 9 on the second string. And the only exception is that first lick, where he goes to the 8th fret of the second string. So let me play that whole first part of the solo through one time. And then he's going to go into a bend and a slide in B flat, which is really cool. I can't hear exactly what he's doing here. Something like this, where he's going to bend, a long bend, 4 fingers I'm using, with my pinky on the 9th fret of the first string. He's going to bend it up, bring it back down to the 9th fret, to the 6th fret. Then he's going to get the 6th fret of the second string, back to the 6th fret of the first string. Again, check the tab. And that little run, which is a classic early B.B. King thing, the slide from the 9th to the 11th, which is a B flat note, 11th fret of the second string is where you want to end up. So let me play the whole solo so far. Really cool. Then he goes to this climbing thing, which is really neat. So I'm starting on the 11th fret of the second string, and I'm going 9, 10, 11 on the first string. And then what I think he's doing is picking while he's bending up, like this. So I get to the 11th fret of the first string, and I just pick it up, going up each time. And so look at the tab, listen to the original, and I think you'll see. He could be doing this, just doing a chromatic run from the 9th to the 12th, but I think he's doing it off the bend. Then he's going to come back to the 11th fret of the second string, and then he does one of these slides down the neck, up the neck from the 9th fret, just kind of off. So the whole lick goes like this. Then he comes into this double stop, which is really neat. This is it'll be a E flat 7th double stop. Here's an E flat, my first finger on the 6th fret of the first string, ring finger on the 8th fret of the second string. 1, 2, 3, that's an E flat 7. And what I hear him do is pick it twice as a double stop. And then that last time, the third time he picks it, it sounds like he gets only the second string. Kind of tough to do. And he's going to do this. And that part, I'm not exactly sure where that pull-off is coming. I've just been messing around with this, trying to figure it out. And I've tried different things. And the only thing I can make sense of is this. Something like that. So let's play the whole solo so far. And then he's going to do this really cool lick. Whoops. Which it took me a long time to listen to and get the exact notes, but I'm pretty sure I've got it. It's kind of tricky. So instead of doing something like this, he's going to do this. Whoops. Actually, that's what he does. So I'm starting 6th fret of the 1st string, 6th fret of the 2nd string. And the way I'm doing this is just barring both strings, both notes with my 1st finger. Then he's going to go to the 8th fret of the 3rd string, to the 7th fret, and then back the way you came. So 2nd string, 1st string on the 6th fret. So that whole lick. So we've got this lick. And then he's going to do this. So I'm bending up twice, 3-fingered bend on the 8th fret of the 1st string. Twice, 6th fret of the 2nd string, 8th fret of the 3rd string. That's a real common lick that B.B. King does in his early recordings. So we've got this. And then he does this really cool thing. So that lick, check the tab, I'm climbing back to that, and then sliding back to the 11th fret of the 2nd string. We've been there before. So I'm doing 6, 8 on the 2nd string, 6th fret of the 1st string, bending up, doing a little hammer-on pull-off, 8 to 6. And then I'm going to get the 6th fret of the 1st string, and then the 2nd string, and then right away do that slide. So let me play the whole solo from the double stop lick. And then he's going to do this. One of these double stops. I hear him going to the 6th fret of the 2nd string, then a double stop at the 8th fret, 2nd and 3rd strings, and then hammering on with the 1st finger on the 6th fret, 2nd and 3rd strings, hammering on to the 7th fret of the 3rd string, getting the 2nd string too. So like this. And then he wraps it up with the 7th chord, which would be an E flat. Or actually, what would that be? That would be an E flat 7th or an F 7th. F7. C7 shape, F7. So let me play the whole solo through real slow one time. Again, it's important that you listen to the original recording. I am not going to play all these things through because I don't have a backing track, and it's just, I think if you want to learn this stuff, you got to hear the original. I'm not interested in how I play it. We're trying to figure out how B.B. played it. So the whole solo, let's do it slowly. I'll try to play it slow. Speeds there. I was trying to keep time and think about what I was playing at the same time. So that is the solo for B.B. King's Bad Case of Love in the key of B flat. It's a great song, really cool song. And use the tab and go through and listen to the original recording, and I think I'm pretty close. There's a couple places where I'm not exactly sure how he does it, but again, the purpose of these lessons is, to learn how to play these things. And if I don't have everything right, if one of you knows what's going on, share it, and then we'll all figure it out together. Hope you enjoyed this lesson. I'll be back again in a couple months with another classic electric blues solo from the 1940s, 50s, or 60s. And let me know what you think of this lesson. Leave some comments, and I will see you again in a couple months. Take care.